Pressure hit max, now something give. No heads up, no room to live. Quiet snap, feel the ground shift. All that weight turns seismic. Lines all crossed in the same damn breath. Fuse is lit, no time left. Ain't planned, ain't clean. It's the moment the system banned. Don't hear thunder till sky split wide. Don't see cracks till the whole thing slide. What's held down rise all at once. Right now it's on. Stand up, don't bow. Right now, no sheep, no slave. Eyes open, this is rage. You push, we push back. Say it loud, hold ground. We still here, we don't bow. Bodies move now, steps align. No speeches, no suits, no waiting sign. Just motion carry what words can't say. Every block wake up same way. This ain't chaos, this correction. Pressure pick direction when the weight break through restraint. It don't ask, it rearrange. Ain't explaining, ain't requesting, ain't pausing for inspection. Switch flip now, current run. That's the sound of control undone. Stand up, don't bow. Right now, no sheet, no say. Eyes open, full rage. You push, we push back. Push back, say it loud. No doubt, we still here. We gon' bow. We're taking this back. Hands up high, this cloud pack. We running the man. Fuck you, we taking this back. Fuck you. No more quiet, no more change, no more rules built on pain. Say it once, say it twice. We don't ask, we take rides. Feel the space when we don't retreat. Feel the plows when the crowd don't leave. If a power sound like crack when it forced and look right back. Your smooth talk, no softer tone, no sending us quiet home. What's standing here, staying here, yeah, everybody know we ain't here to be on the skull. We here to be felt right now. Yes, the line between being managed and taking ground. Don't bow. Don't bow. Don't bow. Don't bow. Don't bow. Don't bow. Right now. Right now. No shit. No shit. This is rain. You push, we push back. Push, we push back. You push, we push back. No, no, no. Yeah. No, no, no. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Yeah, coffee on the counter like a peace negotiation. World on the phone doing doom calculations. Markets get nervous, government circus. Truth got a paywall, hope got a service. Everybody working like the rent got teeth. Everyone smiling through the grind of grief. Bills talking louder than the people in charge. So we nod real calm while the cracks get large. No revolution on a Tuesday shift. Just a quiet human trying not to drift through the buzz of alerts in the wartime feed. While the soul says slow but the clock says speed. Everybody calm while the ceiling shakes. Everybody smiling while the pressure breaks. We keep joking like the ship won't lean. While the cracks run quiet through the machine. No big answers, no grand release.
Jackson, Riley, Dodge.
Just 5 quiet minutes
You don't hear me?
of human peace. Yeah, everyone's scrolling through a low-grade panic.
Jackson Riley, that cool.
History
He's
looping like a
streaming,
bad
and he has this, like,
mechanic.
nice little
Oil
slogan
in the
that's
gears,
like,
but the
this guy
gears
still
still
streams.
grind.
I've actually
Future
watched
look
you a bunch of
bright if
times,
you
but
don't
yeah,
read the
just chat.
fine. Everybody posting like the sky not cracked. Every little meltdown turned into a track. Every little crisis dressed up as a
We'll shut
trend.
that
Every
off.
broken system got a cheerful end. Meanwhile, rain climbing up the same steep hill. While the coffee's still cheaper than the therapy bill. So we laugh real dry when the tension gets loud. Like 1,000 small storms inside one crowd. Everybody calm while the ceiling shakes. Everybody smiling while the pressure breaks. We keep joking like a ship won't lean. While the cracks run quiet through the machine. No big answers, no grand release. Just 5 quiet minutes of human peace. Air feels heavy like the room knows first. Something in the wire is about to burst. Every calm speech sound paper thin, like the truth outside might wander in. Stock thick, blinking like a nervous eye. World keep humming, but the code ain't right. Every city buzzing with the same door. Like 1,000 engines shaking the floor. Nobody steering, but the wheels still spin. Everyone hoping that the cracks stay thin. Every small warning buried in the noise. While the grown-up world talks loud like toys. Still we fighting, still we cold. Still pouring caffeine into hold. Everybody calm while the ceiling sets. Everybody smiling while the pressure breaks. We keep joking like the ship won't lean. Know why the cracks run quiet through the machine. No big answers, no grand release. Just 5 quiet minutes of human peace. 5 quiet minutes of human peace.
It's very floppy over here. It is. It's floppy. Hey, welcome to the Workbench
Yeah,
with
the
Adam and
Workbench.
Heather tonight. What the fish? It's a Thursday night?
It's a Thursday night and Ryan's not here.
Ryan is not here. We've had like 100 episodes. Well, Ryan missed a couple. I think I missed 1 or 2. So this is a new night. Typically, it's the hangout with Adam and Ryan. But now you're hanging out with Heather and Adam.
Yep.
Hey, JacksonRiley.cool. I just got to say some comments. I saw you doing some work lately. You got a new mustache, I believe. You've done some other cool stuff. If you're still out there, thanks for just jumping in for a second, saying hi. Hey, it's been good. Hopefully things have been well for you. And for everyone else, thanks for joining in on the show today. Mike Azul, I saw you out there. What is going on? Hopefully you're doing well. Let me get up our things here. Mustache is gone.
Is gone.
Oh no! When is the last time?
His sister made fun of me.
Oh, peer pressure from the sister. Oh no! What's your latest project lately? I'd love to know what you've been working on. I know you had gotten a new position last time. We kind of chit chat a little bit about, but it's good. Yeah, get it back. You got to just like own it. I think mustaches are cool.
Yeah, I think you're a little biased.
I have more than that. I just thought
I know.
a very hairy
You
face.
went for the whole facial feature. But I won't let you shave off, by the way. Like, that's not a thing.
No, I cannot shave off my my beard because I'm going to end up looking a
Like you're
lot
12.
like I'm 12, which
We AI'd that. It was not a good thing.
it was not fun. So just for those that are joining in the show and normally you're waiting for the hangout with Adam Ryan, we talked about this last time. Ryan and I, for the first time in 3 years, have decided to take a little bit of breaks during this summer. Ryan's on vacation right now. He wanted to relax. And certain times he would just call in. We'd do the Zoom interviews. This time I said, just go and enjoy your vacation, man. So I don't know if he's going to jump in or say, hey. But today, what we decided to do is we're going to do a little bit different of a show. Where we have this thing called the Workbench. The Workbench itself is really where we're kind of in the studio. We're working on things. So my wife, Heather here, Stealth Mouse, as you may know, #1 fan of the show, is with me today. We're taking on a little project and we're going to talk a little bit about this project. Very hands-on, little fun stuff that we're going to do. Talk a little bit about that. Go through a couple questions for humans that we've come up with, and then I think we're going to call it a night a little earlier than we normally do, but we just wanted to be able to show up at the normal time, have some conversations, and do some work.
Gotta keep the street going.
We got the street going. It's just called the Workbench tonight. So double drop downs locked in on this time on Thursdays. But it looks like Jackson Riley, you got a pitch to a company hospitality package for the Olympics. That's pretty damn awesome. And honestly, Ryan, he has done some things with the Olympics before. So if you ever want to chit chat with the guy, you might want to do that. We've done some Olympic stuff over in Colorado, in the Colorado Olympic place that we have here. So that sounds pretty cool. You'll have to let us know, and I'll probably check more into the stream and say hey. And Mike Azul, thanks for joining us tonight as well on this journey. One thing that I was telling Mike Azul about was this puzzle place that I had gone to a little bit earlier, because Mike Azul is into board games. Mm-hmm. And I went into this shop locally thinking they gotta have like more than this. It was called like Puzzle Works. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, those kind of stores typically have other things than just puzzles. Like you might have something that's like a board game or some other kind of like do-it-yourself projects. Literally the entire store is puzzles.
Where was the store at?
This one is on Union.
Okay.
And I was really excited about it because it was it was a local brand, a local store, and of course I go into the store and I have a yappy time with the owner about puzzles.
Talking to people? Never.
So I think
Adam likes to make friends everywhere he goes.
And maybe we'll talk a little bit about the puzzle piece before we get into this book, because I think I want to talk about it. David, the owner of Puzzle Works, has some really cool stuff that's coming out, and we'll chit chat with you a little bit about that. So let's see here. But Jackson Riley, I love to just chit chat with you when we have not had the time, and I appreciate this distance relationship we all have of being able to have chit chats. It's you started a possible apparel brand. You have some designs, working on money and production costs. That's cool. Do you are you going to be screen printing yourself? That would be the question I'd have. Are you like looking at to do the actual production side of that, or is that something that you would farm out elsewhere? Because there's a lot of different layers to that, and it's really fun to be able to build apparel. Actually, what was the thing that my barber had done? Is he had done some apparel design as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had some pretty cool stuff that you brought on.
All right, so Stealth Mouse.
Yes.
She has brought today some questions for humans, or our own questions for humans. And so I think we're going to talk a little bit about what those are today.
Slightly came prepared. All right. So first question for humans from my phone. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go. First question for humans. We want the chat to be involved in this one as well. So if you have any insights, please let us know. It'd be good.
All right, here comes the first.
Oh, wait. We got to say goodbye to him. He's going to go be a dad. Enjoy your dadding.
Oh, go be a dad.
All right, Jackson. Riley.cool. We still have your pizza design in our Game Boy game, by the way. So thanks for that. Just FYI. But enjoy dadding. We'll chat with you later. All right. First question for humans. Let's go.
First question. What is a minor inconvenience that completely ruins your mood for the day?
Do you have this one queued up? You ready for this?
Yeah, mine's being late.
Like when you're late, your whole day's done. Like
My
go
whole day is
go
just
into that.
Completely trashed. Like if you oh, I'm going to sleep in for 5 minutes and you forget to set your alarm and then you get up like 15 minutes later than you thought and your whole day is 15 minutes behind. Like my whole day is wrecked.
Huh.
It causes me so much anxiety.
Like a little thing. So we got Darth Agoricon talking about the DMV. I mean, come on now. That ruins anybody's days, weeks, whatever, right?
That's everybody's.
That's got to be what I would say. It's such a simple thing that can ruin my day, but it's when I don't have any freaking creamer for my coffee in the morning. I go into there. I'm like, I'm going to have my nice little cold brew. I'm going to sit on the back porch and watch the sun. And then boom, missing it. And I have this like powdered one. It doesn't mix in. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah. Especially with your cold brew. Oh, that stuff doesn't mix at all.
Anything, really
Oh.
does not mix. But so I mean,
bad.
it kind of ruins the day, and it's because it like physically affects me. I can't operate without my caffeine, so it's not great. If you have to public speak, Mike, you see, I would love to understand what that means. Are you like being pushed into public speaking?
Is this something you have to do often?
I know, because
And like, to what degree do you have to publicly speak?
you know what's interesting is Kylea is joining the stream tonight. Oh my God,
Kylea.
we have all of our oldies and goodies in this. And Kylea, guess what? We're doing this one as like a DIY stream
Did you just
tonight.
call me old?
I did not call you old, but you can punch me if you need to on this one. But Kylea has done a lot of these streams in the past where she builds some things, and I would have loved to see.
Totally called us old.
Oh my God! What did
Thank
I
you.
say? It's on camera. So.
Yeah, you said we have oldies and goodies in this. Like, no.
I meant like people that have been
Number one
around
fans.
for
Number
a
one
while.
fans.
Come on now. I just like, hey, you've been around the show. It's like this is not our first rodeo. I meant it as in like you've been dedicated. And Kylea, I have not been to the stream. I know you've been traveling a lot lately. I've kept up on some of the things that you've said, and hopefully things have been going well. There was a post in Kylea's Discord for a new game that's coming out that I was really excited about. It's like a pixelated zombie kind of game. I can't remember what it's called.
Cool.
But anyhow, I just want to say that. Traveling every other week for the most part. Oof. Travel's rough. I understand that. I live that life too. But okay, so minor inconvenience. We did that. We had some good ones from the chat.
Next one.
All right, here we go.
What is the most useless piece of trivia or random knowledge you permanently store in your brain? So, what trivia lives rent-free in your head?
Man, I have this thing that's stuck in my head. Do you have one of these?
Mm-hmm.
What's your
You're
trivia?
going to go first.
All right, so I don't have the whole thing memorized, but there was this Leonardo DiCaprio movie. No, wait.
Did it have a door involved?
No. Okay, there was Leonardo DiCaprio, but I don't remember this. And I had these two like a door involved. Wait, I want to hear about why you said that.
Titanic.
Oh, going down the pipe. My God. No, so there was the Basketball Diaries by that he did. He was like a druggie in this one. He was doing all this crazy stuff for it. And there was some like dialogue or monologue or something that he said once in there. But on the same note, there was another, if you ever watched the movie Natural Born Killers, you familiar with that one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like infatuated with the movie, not because I'm a killer, but I love the cinematography. I love that they used real footage and the way that the artist had built that kind of thing. I was really going to go into film at one point in my life, but there was a Dennis Leary clip that was off to the side. And don't leave there. And so for whatever reason, that clip is in my head, and I got it like stays in there. So it's trivia.
Trivia.
Knock, knock, who's there? Mickey, Mickey who? Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mantle, Mickey Rourke, Mickey Finn, Mickey Knowles, Mickey Knox. Guilty? You bet your ass, but I think Charlie Manson did it best when we said, I'm not here, man, I'm not here. But I don't blame Mickey O'Malley, Billy May, Jack Frost, Frost Flakes, Achy Breaky, Lyndon John, Shadarny, Carson, Darny, Quest, Bill the Pope, Pop-Tarts, the People Pocket Fisherman, Jiff, Jazz, JFK, JF. All right, I'm done. But there's this like
good, though.
crazy
You did
thing
good.
that is in my head that I can't get out, and it's stupid. Is it trivia? I don't know, but it's this thing that I memorized from Natural Born Killers Special Edition. Quite hilarious.
I'm glad you could do that. Hi, Ryan.
Trying to me, he did say hey in the YouTube. I just want to say that we're trying to like balance two chats now, and we're in both of those. And so, anyways, I have that stupid piece of thing in my head, and usually I could do the whole thing if I practice it a couple times.
Yeah, I've heard you do the whole thing. It was actually pretty. I think you did it like on our first or our second date.
That's how I impress people. Like, look at how fast I could talk with this old Dennis Leary skit.
Look at me. Yeah.
All right, what's yours?
That penguins' feet don't get cold when they stand around on ice all day because they have lack circulation in them.
Wait. What now?
Somebody once asked if penguins' feet were cold when they stand on ice all day. And I know that they do not get cold because they don't have the same circulation that the rest of the body does.
So Get into this more because I would love to know more about this.
No.
So penguins.
That's just
but
the trivia.
But if the circulation doesn't go through
They have
like,
circulation in their feet. It's just not as prevalent. It's like kind of like the cartilage in our body, how we don't have circulation. That's why it takes longer to heal.
Yeah.
Same thing with penguin feet. They just rock back on their like little heels, and there's just not a whole lot of circulation, or they can rock forward and just keep it regulated that way so they don't get frostbite.
I feel like less circulation would bring less heat. So then why do their little feetsies not fall off?
Because it's just designed better. I don't know. They just don't have all the problems, and they don't need to have that circulation down.
That's a little cute penguin feet.
Things you learn.
We need Mike UC to be able to sing 50 states and capitals. The Animaniacs.
Oh, I know the song for the states. I don't know the one with the capitals though, but I have seen the Animaniacs that you're talking about, so I do know the song you're talking about.
Animaniacs was amazing. We got Pinky and the Brain from there, and if you watch those kind of shows, it was a lot of adult humor like threaded into those things. I think that was
And they wonder why our generation is so bad.
Our generation is badass.
Well, yeah. But we
All right,
also got exposed to a lot of adult humor.
That's good. It's ahead of its time. It was amazing. And good animations. Like, I love those days of animations on TV. Like, the Batman one was one of my favorites after school. It was, they, like, painted all of the frames on a black background. So, it, like, felt it was really dark. And it was the same time, like, Animaniacs and a lot of the other cool things were out there. So, I saw this other one. Darth Gorkon says, most useless piece of knowledge, the fact that the king's jester often was his most trusted advisor and closest friend in history. Why do you think that is? It's probably because if you're like funny, it's because you have to know those little like idiosyncrasies of things and be able to like understand people, or maybe because you're funny, people don't like, they say things around you because they think you're not great.
It's, I think, probably similar to nowadays that people discredit jobs that they view are less than, even if they're not. So prime example would be like the school custodian. They know everything about everybody because everybody talks when they're just around. So the same thing I think would happen with the jester, because everybody would think that the jester is an idiot.
And I can think the jester would really like use that, put like little like fine-tuned jokes in there where you would like call out people and other people would laugh at that. That's ballsy. I love that.
Eunuchs were also very a prized position to be in, not by choice, but later on in life after that choice was taken.
For sure. Well, and Darth Gorgon saying like, yeah, you can insult the king and his viewpoints that you couldn't, but you know that if you did it just right, the king would be like, kill that freaking jester. Like, that bro just called something out that's BS. I don't know. It seems a little rough. I mean,
probably a fine line to walk.
It was a very fine line. Being a jester. I want to be a jester. Trying to be. What do you have next to your little deal on there? That's like, you have a cute little train icon. I think it is. I don't know. All right, I want to see. I have a streak on our stream here.
How did you get the train icon?
I think you got a train because he pulled a train on something.
That's no.
It's already an X-rated show. We said F.
Yeah, we said the F word. Like, well, we didn't.
We didn't physically say it. The song just said it in the get-go.
He's a conductor.
He is a conductor.
Choo.
Oh, wait, here it is. I'm going to share it. You ready for this? You ready for this?
Hype train conductor.
Wait. Oh, I sent it out, I thought. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't have anything to toast. Well, I'll toast with water for you then.
I've got water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Kylia, for hanging out for a minute. I would love to see what you did for your Sea of Thieves Fest, though, if you had a thing that you'd given this last year. I know that you probably did a couple years of 3D printing and maybe needed to go a different direction this year. But if you're out there, you should show that, because I would love to see what you ended up doing. We'll touch base soon. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit.
Are you ready for number 3?
Oh, we got trying to be 31.
That's why you're the hype train conductor.
No fest this year. Oh no. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. But We got, oh my God, we got hype train started on this one. This is some good news right now. Thank y'all. This is sweet. All right, so wait, we're 93%. I don't think we've ever hype trained all the way. Did we get there?
I don't know.
There's like an icon that we unlocked this last time from a hype train. I wonder if it's still there. Oh,
I gotta turn down the volume.
You gotta do it. But it was like this eye-popping version of something. But how do you look at... Oh! We hit hype train 100%. Hells yeah. Welcome to the hype train, folks. Oh, and we got JacksonRiley.cool on this one. Hells yeah. Thanks for that. We needed it. I need to figure out how to use that Prime. I've been paying for that.
It just comes up.
That's sweet.
On mine.
Wait.
Like, I don't have to do it this... Like, I've got 15 months.
So if you hit share, what does that do?
I don't know. Let's push it.
Let's see if we could get another. I don't think we've ever got this far in a hype train before, but I'll take it. It's the thing.
It's not doing anything.
You gotta push it. This thing right here. Yes, trying to me. That is the one. The heart eyes. We've got this. All right, folks, we need to keep these hype trains up, and one day we'll figure out what this is. So one of the things is, how is the sound tonight? We have gone through some changes in the studio, and this is one of the nights where I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Ryan, I wanted to tell you, hopefully you're having a great vacation. Family vacation is amazing.
Bring us back something cool.
Yeah. No, I don't need any more stuff. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. But I'm feeling good about the studio. There was probably a good month and a half where I was like stressed the F out because Double Drop Down was down. That was done.
Was a super fun time in our life.
Everything that you were seeing right now. Oh my God. What did we get?
Ooh.
JacksonRiley.cool. Oh my God. Thank you so much, man.
That's a fun one.
That is awesome.
Interesting.
We got multiple. This is an all-time high. We got to level 2, which I don't think we've ever done before. This is the first time. And he's gifted some
3.
subs. Oh man, I feel like a bad Twitch buddy, and I need to like hook up JacksonRiley.cool one of these times. I will remember that. That is awesome. So I'm I'm shocked.
Now you're all flabbergasted.
I take money from the corporate overlord and pass it on. Oh yes,
That's okay.
The capitalist talks that we've had as of recent have been very interesting. You know what, Heather? Stealth Mouse. We talked about
the Stealth Mouse.
Is it the?
If anybody didn't know that, I am the Stealth
Is
Mouse.
it the Stealth Mouse?
It's the Stealth Mouse.
Okay, because I got it right. All
I
right.
can't be Stealth Mouse because you have to be the Stealth Mouse.
The Stealth Mouse.
That makes you epic.
That's kind of like the football stuff, right? When they call you out, they're like, the blah,
when
blah,
you
blah,
are
blah.
the goat.
Yeah, the goat.
You have to be
you're the Stealth Mouse.
I am the Stealth Mouse.
So Stealth Mouse, I got to give her some credit, is just got her degree in nursing education, a master's degree.
I got my master's degree. I've had my nursing degree for a while.
Yeah, for like 20 years you've had your master's degree.
I've been
She
a nurse
went
for a long
back
time.
and kicked some ass and got that out the door, and so I'm really proud of her because she's done a lot of work recently. But
and I'm a fancy nurse.
You're a fancy nurse, right? What does that mean? What is fancy nurse?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I do the same thing as I've been doing. But half of my job is teaching because I am a manager. So,
well, thank you, Mike and Mike, both.
thank you very much.
But the cool thing about this is as you go through nursing education, there was a couple episodes ago, and I think I just want to get some hot takes on this. Is that Ryan and I went down the path of having a little conversation,
a painful conversation, yes, I
around
remember.
some things
I tried to block it out, actually.
that had some medical insights on it, which
Ryan, it was not your strongest discussion. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to say that we know a lot about medical pieces,
No.
but it was the longevity. We talked about
you fix boo-boos with medical tape.
it.
And it took me many years to break you of that habit.
I've learned from this, but we talked about GPL. Wait, is it GPLs or GLPs? I can't remember even. GLPs, like Ozempic and some of these other pieces. So
Ozempic, Wegovy,
we've had a moment between streams.
So you know that like GLP-1s, there's like a couple different types, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's the semaglutides and then there's the tris.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't. So tell us what those mean.
So the semaglutides are like Ozempic. They work on
What is a semi?
So it works on one receptor. There's multiple receptors that these can work on, but it works on one receptor. So it'll work on the receptor, like, so maybe you won't be as hungry.
Okay.
They actually work more on the insulin side of things, so they're good for diabetics. Whereas you've got the triglutide, the tri side of things, which they work on multiple receptors. So that would be like your Zepbound, your Wegovy, those kind of drugs. And so they not only kind of block the insulin side of things, but they also block hunger. So you don't eat, which is amazing. A lot of people have had some really cool results. Now, you have to do some things if you are on those to make sure that you're not losing weight super fast, because then people have what's called like the Ozempic butt, or you lose hair, or other fast dividing cells don't respond very well. But you can they've gotten some research down that you can take some supplements and stuff that kind of help cut that down. So,
but the topic of the show was longevity. Mm-hmm. Like, how long do we live our life? And then we're seeing these GLPs are gonna like extend our lives in certain ways. And I think there may have been some moments where you're like, I don't know about this. But I want to take a moment to pause on this, just because I want to say, Darth Gorkon, I love you. Yes, tape can help this. This is Guy ways of fixing wounds. I got cut. Duct tape is going to close that wound.
No.
I'm telling you, it's good.
We will do a whole show on why that does not work.
Okay. Apparently it won't work, but for my guy...
I mean, it might work if you want to eventually like cut off that limb. I mean, we can have that whole discussion too. Ooh, let me cut my finger. I've got 9 others. Let's cut that off.
I have a very bad wound on my thing that I duct taped closed. So, oh wait, I have a hype chest to open.
He duct taped it closed as the safety coordinator where he was at the time too.
Hey, let
me put that out there. As he was bleeding all over the floor.
It's okay. I had to quickly duct tape that thing closed.
We have since upgraded.
All right. Well, fair enough. Wait, we have a new icon. Thanks to everyone in the chat. We have some choo choo hentai. So let's get on it.
Do we want?
I
can't.
What is this? This is choo choo hentai. I'm telling you.
This is bad.
Oh, I love it. Hype chest on the way. Wait, how do we get more hype chest? Do we get to pick this?
No. It just rewards you with choo choo hentai.
I mean, I swear to God, why do we have choo choo hentai? I did not type in choo choo.
That's exactly it, Mike.
Woo! All right. Dropping knowledge. We got you. Somebody just spent some points on you. They spent points on this. Tell us more about GLPs, like from the longevity perspective. Like,
I don't think there's enough research in them yet to determine longevity, because right now they're just trying to make money on them. They're making hand over fist money on them. A lot of insurance companies don't like to cover them, which is extremely disappointing.
Are they really expensive or something like that?
Yeah. So when new drugs come out, you have most of the time when you go pick up your prescription at Walgreens or wherever you go to get your prescriptions, sometimes if drugs have been out for a while, you have the generic version and you have the brand name version, and you can usually get the generic version and it's substantially cheaper, right? So you could go and get, some Augmentin or something, some antibiotic that's been out since the dawn of time. And it's, a couple bucks to go get that if you have insurance. And if you don't have insurance, then, it's still probably maybe $20-30. It's not going to break the bank. Right? So then you can have the brand name stuff, but at least you have a choice. But that's, like I said, for stuff that's been out for a while. Newer drugs, because they have to recoup a lot of the cost of developing that drug, they get a certain amount of time, usually it's about 5 or so years, to charge and be basically the owner of that recipe for that 5 years, and they can't make any generics off of it. So it's kind of like trademarked for
For
a
5
set period
years?
of time. It's usually I don't know what the legislature is on it lately, but it used to be 5 years that they had to recoup some of their money. So that's why it is so expensive. So that's why the GLPs, a lot of them are super expensive. I think Ozempic is like $1,200 a shot.
That's wait, what?
Yeah.
How long does a shot last?
A week.
A week for $1,200? What do they put in
They're
that?
hella expensive.
So, chat, the Mike you see says somebody like getting a Ozempic for some lady in China.
So, but what they've done, a lot of them now, you can go on and you can get what's called a compounded med. And that's kind of their cheat code to get around the brand name generic kind of shakeup. It is basically like getting a generic drug. So they are substantially cheaper.
Hey, wait, this is like Ozempic?
Yeah, you can get Ozempic. Basically, the generic version, or what they call the compounded, it's a pharmacy that will make you this drug.
Is this in China?
In a cheaper form. No. These are actual U.S.
Okay.
pharmacies. And they're actually licensed pharmacies. A lot of them are. So they will make you this drug. You can do a little subscription. It has got made real popular with the like Roe during the Super Bowl with Serena, what's her butt from tennis with
Williams?
yeah. So she does the Roe commercials now. Same kind of company. They get a licensed pharmacy to make these compounds for them, and then they ship them out to you for quite a bit less. There's a few different kinds that you can use. But I know that they will do like Ozempic, the generic of Ozempic, which is a semaglutide for maybe $100 a month.
It's not like because it literally doesn't cost
And that's every
that
like
much.
that's like 4 weeks worth of shots for $100.
Is Ozempic charging that much money just to get like a bunch of cash for those 5 years? Is that like the
That
reason?
they're charging you for the packaging, they're charging you for the drug itself, they're charging you for the shipping, they're charging you for all of that stuff. Because they're trying to recoup what it cost them to make this drug, and which was an enormous amount of money. So they're trying to recoup what they can to actually fund more research and more things. But you pay for the packaging, like you did your marketing major. You know how much extra packaging and all the fancy bells and whistles on something, let alone the little auto injector function that's on these things.
Okay.
Because people don't want to deal with the needles and stuff like that. Whereas you can get a compound, they send you the little vial.
Okay.
You get the little tiny needles. You draw it up yourself. They show you how. You stick yourself with it. You don't even feel it.
I didn't realize
it's the same kind of needle.
that you injected yourself with it.
Yeah,
That
you
sounds
got to
crazy.
inject yourself.
It's crazy. We're seeing chat is saying like there was Shirelli or whatever his name is, Shkreli. He was charging. It was for wasn't that for something that was super common, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? It was EpiPens, right?
Mm-hmm.
5,000% increase.
EpiPens for a long time were stupid expensive.
It's absolutely an HIV med. I just think that whole pharmaceutical thing is crazy in that space, but I don't know.
Well, and if you look at just something as simple as like insulin for diabetics,
Yeah.
I mean, diabetes is one of the largest diseases that we're fighting in the country. There's so much research into diabetes, and if you're diabetic, man, I feel for you, because that's a lot that you have to put into controlling your blood sugars, and it can have a lot of serious consequences if you don't do that and you're not vigilant on it. So they were charging diabetics like something like several $100s a vial. And this is something you have to use every day.
You have to use it?
When it costs like, I don't know, $5 to make. And it's been around forever. There's no reason why it should cost that much.
We are not going to go down.
So they put down a price cap. They put a price cap on it.
Yeah.
So now it's like $30 for
Good.
that, which is amazing, because
Yes,
it used to
you
be
should.
like, I mean, honestly, I think it was like $300. And there's no reason something that keeps people alive that they have to have should cost that much.
It's because of freaking capitalism and
Well-
people wanting to make money that they go this route. This has not been a medical show, but we have a medical expert on the show. And I think
Yes,
we were
rabbit
talking.
hole.
Yeah, we're going down the rabbit hole, which is actually okay. I think we can talk a little bit about this. One of the things we were talking about the show is Stealth Boss came over, we were like, what kind of show are we doing today? And we're like, well, we're doing the Workbench today because we're going to do some do-it-yourself kind of thing. And as we started to have that conversation, she's like, what? We're not going to do a full show? I was like, we actually prepare for our shows now.
I was disappointed.
Ryan and I prepare for the shows.
I drove all the way over here hoping I was going to get a show.
You were getting a show. We're delivering. We have double hype trains. We have choo-choo.
I know. Look, I'm popular.
Choo-choo hentai. We just needed you to come on the show and,
I see.
like
you just
get
gotta spice it up occasionally.
That's right. That's how it works.
Keep me out of the chat.
Keep you out of the chat. No, you're good.
I stir shit in the chat.
Yes, you do. You stir the pot when you're in the chat. That's all good. No, but I would say then if we could wrap this discussion, and we were talking a little bit about like longevity per se. So help me understand this, because I don't know. I was like for a long time very skeptical of just drugs in general because I'm an idiot, number one. But like I wouldn't take like Advils. I wouldn't take Tylenol. I would just take nothing.
Very adverse to taking meds, yes. Where his wife believes in better living through pharmacology.
Well, fair enough. And so why does GPLs... thank you. We need you to be here. Whatever those things are that we just discussed, why are those being known as like a longevity drug? Like what about them? And we talked about this on the stream, but like from your lens, like
there's
why is that the thought?
levels to this. Okay. So my thoughts, these are my sole thoughts, is it is helping to help diabetics control their diabetes and people that are pre-diabetic from developing diabetes, and it's keeping that all in check a lot better. It has, if you develop one of these disease processes, that your life traditionally is significantly decreased, unless you are super hyper vigilant on keeping it in check. But even then, so it tracks it on that level. The other part of it is the weight loss part of it, is because you lose weight. People lose weight on this. Like that is just part of the deal. Now, you lose weight and you don't have hypertension.
Is that the what Ryan was saying of being like, what is it? But he was saying bloated or not bloated. That's the wrong word.
No, that's more to deal with. Okay, there's a couple of systems that deal with that, but that's more to deal with like water and salt and like
inflammation. Less inflammation. That's what he's saying.
No, that really doesn't control inflammation. But what it does do is it does, when you don't have the weight on you and you can get around more, you can move around more, your body can function a little bit more because it's getting some exercise. You don't have the extra weight on all your joints, and you're going to start moving and living better. So there's that whole side of it. Not to mention the benefits on your cardiovascular system. So there's lots of it. I'm sure inflammation plays a part in something kind of on the side, but they don't really have an effect on inflammation. So
it's interesting to know. And I think we're going to have to bring you in as a special medical guest on a future.
When I have time to prepare.
When you have, we prepare for it. I think what Ryan and I do is we bring some questions. We give you some kind of like, hey, we're going to talk about this, be able to answer these things so that we could look like less idiots. We talk about that.
I think we should also talk about why we don't use duct tape on wounds.
That is, you know what though? It's helped. Let me tell you this. So I was cutting plastic, right?
Lucky.
So if you ever worked in a warehouse, they have these big things of plastic
plastic, and he had a box cutter, and he went all the way through his arm.
You can see the cut. Sorry to touch your face there. And the instant it happened, I was like, I am the safety manager of this place. So I went and grabbed the box tape, the clear kind, and I just box taped my thing closed. I closed it up, box taped it, and I didn't need stitches. I saw my bone, but it was only for a few minutes, and I'm good today. It worked.
How that didn't end up infected, I have no idea. You just lucked the hell out.
I don't know. My favorite kind of wound care that just makes her absolutely like bonkers is there's this first aid waterproof tape that is these little
white tape, that's super hard to tear.
I know because
it comes in a tiny It's like a roll like this, and it's like
It's made by Band-Aid, and
wide.
you put it, but it has these little serrated edges so that you could easily rip it.
Every time I find it, I destroy it.
Oh, you better not. That stuff's expensive, and I put it on certain things, and it's amazing. It's amazing tape.
I have destroyed it.
Oh, no wonder why I can't find those. I'm gonna have to hide it.
You just wonder why it happens?
Yes, it would be. Oh, well, okay. Do you have any last hot takes? You want to close the?
No, we
the,
got one
the
more
thoughts?
question.
Oh, we have another question for humans. Oh my God, you're supposed to use gauze. Okay, Mike Azul's clearly on your side. Yes, Mike Azul, I agree with you. You're supposed to use gauze on that, but I'm such a just ignorant human, and I was like,
He just sticks it on there and wonders why it opens up again when he takes it off.
yeah. Well, I mean, Gorkon is saying you want to stop severe bleeding.
That's pressure. That's not that tape. It's nothing to do.
I mean, as a guy, and you're in the
And
moment.
the fact you don't probably clean it or anything, you just tape it up and be done with it.
on the work site,
The reason you still have an arm just amazes me.
but that's how we do. And I love that there's somebody else out there that understands.
That's how the flesh-eating disease works too. You know?
I'm sure we could get into some bad situations
Those
with
boxes are not clean.
this. The amount
Gross.
of
I know that warehouse was not clean.
the amount of times I've used ridiculous methods to close wounds in my life.
Can I get to my third question now? You're bringing up anxiety.
Mike, the Mike you see, he goes to the doctor every time. So anything medical, I freak out. You know what? I feel like it's in this weird zone, and sometimes I'm like, hey,
It's
babe,
not a zone. No.
for somebody that doesn't know this crap.
Do you know that your skin is the largest system you have in your whole body?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's all over you, right?
So you gotta be nice to it.
So, okay, I got to give you some credit. So ever since I met the Stealth Mouse, she is the wound care specialist. Can we kind of brag on one of the things that you do? That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
All right.
What do I do?
So she does a very specific thing that she had to get trained in called
I
moulage.
have a very specific set of skills.
Who has heard of moulage?
Who knows what moulage is?
If you know,
Moulage.
well, now that
If you
everyone
want to Google it.
go AI it and pretend like you know. So she's a moulage, or like you, are you?
I am a moulage expert.
She's a moulage expert,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna let you talk
I have worked
about
for
it.
the feds.
Work for the feds, okay?
Yeah.
But
I
it's,
have done training with the feds.
I feel like I met you before because you came in. I think you did moulage for us once for a little event, but maybe
Yeah,
I
I did for the zombie thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so
But
tell
I'd
us-
already been doing moulage for quite a while before.
start from the top. What is moulage?
So moulage is realistic medical effects makeup. So you use it. Initially, I was trained because of we did have the chemical disaster preparedness program out here because around our area we had a army depot that was storing some mustard gas. And there was actually quite a few of them around the country that were doing this, and they were going through and they were demilitarizing them and breaking them down and making them not a thing anymore. But Pueblo was one of the last places, that and I think Bluegrass, Kentucky, that were the last places to have this done. So because of that process going on, they actually had to go through and they had to train their first responders how to deal if a large-scale chemical disaster were to happen. So the government required that we did disaster drills every year to prepare for various types of disasters, whether it be chemical disasters, hazardous kind of things, whatever, weather, whatever. So every year there was a whole program that was developed called CSAP, which stood for the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program. So they basically put out a thing to the local hospitals and said, hey, who wants to go for a free training for a week? And we're going to fly you out to Maryland, and you're going to go to the proving grounds out in Maryland for a week, and we're going to teach you how to put on a hazmat suit and actually run one of these drills, and then maybe you can do something with that at your facility. And so I rose my hand. Me and one other person at my place, and they flew us out and paid for our hotel and training for a week, and all that stuff.
And so it's what's crazy about it is that, being a husband, not knowing the medical side, I'm like technical nerd boy. And I go over and she's like I'm like, what was it? One day I was going over, she had all these things out and I was like, what is
I was
this?
making a hand.
You were making a hand and it was like realistic veins, realistic bones, realistic all this.
Yeah,
and
so it has to be anatomically correct.
Perfectly correct. So
that's the big difference between like effects makeup and moulage is that this is actually anatomically correct makeup.
And at these what do you call simulations, she'll go and like create like buckets of wounds, or maybe bucket like the
like a page.
So for weeks at a time, I'll go over to the house and then she has like, oh yeah, here's all the wounds that got like cuts, or here's the ones where they broke a femur, and you have buckets of these things.
So they traditionally we usually try to get like at least a month out notice, but most of the time it's maybe a couple weeks. Me and my best friend do this. She's also trained in that. And so we kind of became friends a little further down the line. I think I'd been doing it for about 10 years before I knew she could do it too. So we kind of teamed up, and now we kind of go around. The federal program is no longer a thing because we actually don't have the mustard gas anymore in Pueblo. They finished doing that whole process, but they
Doxed us. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Now you know.
They now still do some of the disaster training because it is good for the first responders to do. So they come and they do these trainings and they hire us to, because part of the training is, have you ever heard of like you got to practice how you play?
Yeah.
So same thing. It helps desensitize first responders to seeing some pretty gnarly stuff. So if you throw a bunch of wounds out there and blood and then you've already seen it, then you're not willing to react as harshly is kind of the principles behind that. So yeah, they will give us the scenario and they will give us a list of wounds that they want, and we will make those wounds. Sometimes we can make those wounds in a matter of minutes, and sometimes it takes us a little bit more prep. So like Adam came over one day and I was making a hand.
Great hand, by the way.
Out of some liquid latex and
you used like a blow up hand.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
I used a glove
to do this
on my hand, and some toilet paper and liquid latex, and layers and layers and layers. And there's lots of processes to do this anyway. So, but I had to make an amputated hand for this drill. And Adam's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He thought I was some kind of serial killer or something.
It's all right.
But it makes me a lot of fun for Halloween.
Yeah, it hell does. We have a really great question in the chat, and I'm going to actually +2 this one. So the Mike UC and Mike Zool asked this. Random medical question. Why does it seem that like nurses do all the work and then the doctor comes in and they just talk for a minute?
I always say I became a nurse because I actually like to talk to my patients.
Okay.
But
so give us the rundown of this. I really want to hear this.
I don't know how I can say this.
Okay, like don't hurt your own career on this.
No, I'm not. Like I have amazing doctors that I work with. Like they're amazing. They actually do spend time with our people. But I think some doctors don't.
What do you do? Tell us what the nurses is doing versus the. Okay.
I'm not going to get that deep. Nurses do a lot of work. Nurses do a lot of work that we don't get credit for. Unfortunately, nursing right now, some of the trends that we're seeing are a huge increase in the amount of assaults on nurses. So with that whole thing happening, we've had a lot of decreased interest in nursing. And if we don't have a whole lot of nurses that sign up and a lot of people that are willing to stick around and unfortunately do this profession, that we're not going to have nurses around in the years to come. So I think it's something, and I'm speaking of this because I'm actually doing my thesis on it right now, but it's something like, I work in psych, I work in psychiatric nursing. So you think psychiatric nursing and assaults and stuff, you think, oh my God, you probably got assaulted all the time. No, actually, I've worked out there for 20 years. I think I've been assaulted twice, and not seriously. Whereas some of these professions, some of these other nurses in like regular everyday hospitals or your traditional hospital settings, they are, if they report, they're reporting 80% of them have been assaulted on duty. And the other 20% were only verbally assaulted.
So when we say assault, like they're
Like physically hit.
like punched, like people are like drunk and drugged and like
No,
mad,
no,
or what
these
is?
are people that are sick. These are not ER patients. These are patients that have been on the floors that they get upset or their family members get upset and punch the nurse.
Eesh. So, okay.
Oh yeah, like the pit, that is a reality of ER nursing. That show is legit close to what nursing is like.
This is great. This is the Q&A for nursing. This is a good moment.
Yeah,
because
I love that show. That show is amazing. It is super close to what being an ER nurse is like.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think why are the assaults happening? Assaults, like why is that?
Because there's no like there. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of. I don't know. Like I just lost my words, but there's not a whole lot of consequences to it. Like you see, if you watch TikTok, I know, but if you watch TikTok, you watch YouTube, you watch any of the short things. They have nurses on there that do skits and stuff about different things. And you have like people that, if you do file charges, they don't go to felony charges, even if you're seriously assaulted. And then you have other companies that they will sit you down and say they ask you this, what could you do in the future to prevent yourself from getting assaulted?
Ugh. You're here showing up, trying to do your job, help someone, and you get assaulted. Like, how do you get
assaulted by like grandma who's like 80, which you get the dementia patients, which they're super cute in the daytime, gremlins at night. It's going to happen. They're going to assault you, like, especially if they're disordered. Like, you can forgive them because nurses are extremely forgiving. So if you have, your 80-year-old grandma that's in there climbing the walls and acting like she's possessed by a demon at night, which, I mean, I love older people. Like, they are amazing. But that sun goes down and you don't even know. It gets real interesting. And you can forgive them because it's a disease. Like they can't do anything about it. And so we won't report those assaults because that's a disease process. That's a part of your brain, like not functioning. You have no control over that. And we get that. But you get grandma's daughter that's in there who's 40 and functioning fine and asking you why grandma was climbing the ceiling and beat the crap out of you that night. And then she turns around and smacks you for it. So who's in the wrong? And that happens all the time.
I always say that, working in technology and working in this, like if I have a rough day, I turn around and I think about the kind of BS that you have to deal with in the physical. And I'm like, you win.
And then we got all the other parts of our job too.
You win.
Because Adam even asked me the other day, he's like, what'd you do today? And I had to wear scrubs today in case I had to go wipe butt. He goes, like, literally? I go, yeah, like literally.
Like, literally wipe someone's butt.
He goes, but you're a manager. And what? Like, I do the same job that I expect my people to do.
So, and I appreciate that because not everyone does that. So just going back to this question is like, without having to go into depth, but like when you have a doctor that comes in and a nurse that goes in, like nurses are doing a lot of the stuff. Like what is that differentiation? Because I see that too. Like, and maybe this is not even the same thing, but like I go to get a dental stuff going down and they do all this work for like 45, 50 minutes. And then like the doctor comes in for 2 seconds. He's like, yep, good. X-rays are great. Pats me on the head and walks away. And then like the rest of the time, this lady's helping me out. Mm-hmm. But it's the same thing with nursing. You come in there, you see nurses like 24/7. The doctor comes in for 2 seconds and it's like, yep, you have hemorrhoid. Goodbye.
So back in the day, the nursing was different. Back when nursing first started, and a lot of this with the doctors kind of came around. Like doctors went to school, they got all this specialized training, so they were allowed to do that. They had a huge caseload, etc. Nurses were women that got some training, but they were there and they got the training and they lived there. Like nurses lived there at the hospitals. As it's developed, of course, nursing has become way more involved. There's a lot more nursing research. There's a lot more going into nurses now than there ever has been, as evidenced by I got a master's degree. You can also get a doctorate degree. I could be Dr. RN. That wasn't an opportunity back when nursing started, of course. So you have all of this extra education now that nurses can get. And a lot of your nurses, especially at hospitals and stuff that you traditionally run into, like a master's degree is the norm. So you have nurses that have these higher education degrees and have all this extra training, and they're going in and doing all this extra work, and they understand processes and they understand research and they understand all these things a lot better, sometimes a lot better than the doctors do, but the doctors still went to medical school.
So what's that differentiator? Like, I mean,
Couple years.
It's like a couple years.
It's a couple years. But if you go get your doctorate in nursing, then technically you have about the same amount of years. So I don't know.
It just feels like they're doing a lot more.
We are doing a lot more now.
So Darth Gorkon, I just want to. Nuns were also borderline nuns.
Yeah, a lot of nuns became nurses. They were trained in nursing. Because a lot of like infirmaries and like even like the TB wards back when tuberculosis was running rampant around, like those were all just like nunneries and like church run.
Is there times, and like I don't want to dox you or create any issues with your work, but like where you're like, you know what the issue is, but the doctor calls something out and you're like,
I have amazing doctors.
Okay, you have amazing doctors. But do you feel like that's a challenge in the nursing world where somebody comes in?
I tell my doctor I told you so a lot. I mean, I spend time developing relationships with my doctors and stuff. So when I tell them something, they generally take what I have to say because I am on the floor and I see these people all the time.
Right.
And they also respect the fact that the nurses that work on the floor see the patients all the time. We are there. We are around them. We like pick up on the littlest difference. And so they take that a little bit more seriously than some doctors do. Like I said, I have really good doctors. But every now and then I have a doc that decides that they want to flex that MD muscle. And it doesn't always work out really well. So I say I told you so quite a bit.
You probably don't want to say I told you so.
Oh, no, straight up. I told you so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like a good future discussion could be to like break some of this down into a topic. We talked before the show around how nursing is developing in terms of certain ways. We talked about virtual reality. You had some good insights on like cost and why virtual reality might make sense. Some really good insights on just like how nursing is developing as a profession, how you kind of navigate that. Probably using your expertise.
Not only developing, but having to, now we're starting to think about how are we going to incorporate like AI.
That's what I was going to say is my question to you right now. This is unplanned, but with the onset of AI, big data, and the idea that AI is maybe doing some of your charting. AI might be doing some of the insights and like saying, oh, the patterns based off of all the details of this person says they should do this thing. And I agree. And I hear you saying, and I just want to take one little anecdote. And I know I'm talking dentistry and you're not into this, but like there was this dentist that said, hey, we like to do this treatment beforehand because we could prevent this thing. Now they're using AI to say that thing's not a thing, and only when it starts to become a thing are we going to start charging, and then you can do the work that you should have been doing earlier. And so they're pissed off because they're like, well, we're waiting for a machine to tell us that this disease is now actually rampant enough that you should be charged for it. So from your lens, like how do you think about AI and being part of this infrastructure?
So that's the difference is that... And I think so when I first became a nurse, like I didn't have the instinct that everybody talks about because you're brand new, you don't know anything. You've learned a lot. Don't get me wrong. You got the book smarts and stuff. Everybody comes out of nursing school has book smarts. They beat it into you. Believe it or not, before I went to nursing school, I was quiet.
Tell them what it takes to graduate from nursing school. What is failing in nursing school?
Oh, a C.
If you get anything less than a B, it's a fail instantaneously.
No, it's anything less than a C.
Okay.
like a high scale.
Currently in
You run on an honor scale in nursing school. It's so it used to be. I don't know what the competitiveness. I'm sure it's pretty competitive still. But when I went to nursing school, it was super competitive. And you had to have pretty good grades to even get into nursing school. But let alone when you get into nursing school, you are running on an honor scale for grading. And if you get a C in a class, you are allowed one. And if you get another one, you're out.
you're done. It's so just to let you know, it's not a C anymore. It's B. You get a B. You get anything less than a B, you were out.
Yeah. So for my master's, I got into the honor society because I have a high GPA.
Hell yeah,
I'm
honor society
kinda
here.
But but I add when I first went to nursing school, like I had a pretty young son at the time. Like he's of course substantially older now and has our grandchild. But at the time he was like 2 when I got into nursing school.
Your son?
Yeah. So I probably didn't study as much as I should have because I was too busy raising him and just didn't have the time. So I was one of those that there's kind of a saying that C equals RN. And I was that person because I was trying to raise a kid at the time and trying to balance, doing clinicals 12 hours a day, and not getting paid for it and having to be in school full time and, trying to get a job in between. So life was a little rough at that point. So in the master's program, like, again, I'm at working full time and trying to balance classes and trying to get stuff done and manage
And
to
be
get
a
that done.
grandma.
And be a grandma because I spent a lot of time with my little grandbaby. I think he's amazing. So, and trying to write papers and research and all that other stuff. So, but at the same, like, it was different this time going to school than it was 20 years ago. And they've actually developed a lot of things. But back on the subject of AI, I have developed that nursing sense, that gut feeling, etc. I will never trust a machine or a program over my own gut. And I have to, as an educator, I have to teach nurses that they need to understand anatomy. They need to understand their patients. They need to speak to their patients. They need to get to know their patients. And they need to look at those little telltale signs that a machine is never going to pick up on before, as a nurse, you put eyes on somebody. Because I can look at somebody and tell that somebody's not doing well and is going to substantially tank on me a lot faster than will ever show up on any machine.
It's interesting to hear this, and I think as we start to move forward in society, there's a lot of things that they were saying, like certain AI was able to make some assessments a little bit different than and like they were actually better than doctors in certain cases, just based off the data that it was able to come up with and say, hey, it's a little bit closer to this.
Nursing, we don't diagnose, but I guarantee you we can look at labs and be like, oh, when we know what's wrong. We just can't tell the patient what's the diagnosis.
Right. You know it, you see it, and then you.
But I guarantee you we're on the other phone saying, hey, doc, this person's not doing good and they've got, metabolic acidosis going on. And we're throwing out the diagnosis to the doc. And they're like, oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. It's like you have to have somebody that comes in and has that presence that here's what it is. And they have to look at
It's really good if you got a nurse and a doctor. Like I am extremely blessed with, but if we can work together, and it's just it's like just being coworkers.
Yeah. Do you use AI in your profession now? No, not yet. I mean,
I have the capability.
Yeah.
They recently gave us capability. We can, certain people who are learning how to use it for good versus evil. We are testing out AI as far as the benefits of AI in certain aspects as a tool. I am one of those chosen few, thanks to this wonderful program and my husband, that have taught me well. So I do a lot of things as far as like building training modules and things like that at work, that help with AI, but I do not allow people to chart an AI, mainly because we have run into problems with AI and the hallucination effect, and it'll throw out medical jargon that is not what you're talking about.
You heard it here. Double drop down has helped humans. Wait, was that a high five? Oh no, I helped you.
I was just raising my hand that you helped me.
No, it's good. It's really interesting to kind of hear where we're headed.
I know how to prompt like a maniac.
One of the things that we're hearing as the medical profession starts to evolve, and I work in higher education, is that what we're seeing is that the competencies in leveraging AI in various disciplines, and if we talk about medical or even specifically nursing, is going to be a very specific criteria going forward, because we can't let people think that, oh, this patient has this thing, let me just go rando throw it into ChatGPT and then throw it into our chart and think that that's going to be okay.
Well, and even broader is that hospitals using AI to do a lot of infrastructure auditing and stuff like that. Like, they're going to be able to use that and plug in all the patient information and be like, hey, do you know that 20% more patients died under so-and-so's reign than when they were on shift versus somebody else? Or did you know that ever since we implemented this drug that we've had an increase in infections? Or did you know that
that's good though, right?
Ever since no, one hospital acquired infections. Why
is this bad?
Ever since Dr. Adam took over, the infection rate and amputation rate has skyrocketed because of his new medical tape procedure.
Why is that bad?
What, increase in infections?
No, why is it bad to have that data that says those things?
I didn't say necessarily it was bad, but people need to understand that that's happening.
So it's going to get on people to say, like, this person sucks and this person
and it's how they use that information, too. They could use that for evil and be like, well, nurse so-and-so had a 2% increase in patient failures on her shift. So now we need to discipline her for whatever. Because that's obviously her fault, versus understanding that nurse so-and-so also took the sickest patients on the unit.
Oh, fair enough. You were having the hardest ones. Oh, that's a good insight.
But they won't understand it that far.
Well,
we have to use it for good versus evil.
The cool thing is, number one, thank you for having this conversation. This was almost our deep dive for the night. You got what you wanted to do.
I got what I wanted.
On the workbench, we got to have some conversation about it. We will, if this is of interest to you, or if there's insights.
Do I get GLP-1s for this?
GLP-1s. You get 1 week of GLP-1s.
1 week.
I'll get you one. Here you go. All right. Or we'll get you the China ones. I'll get you for a couple months. Just so we got to type the mic UC. I don't even want to know what's in those China GLPs
Me
or
neither.
GPLs or whatever the hell they are. Wait, what is it?
I like license
Is
labs.
it GLP?
GLP-1.
I got it. GLP. It sounds like a stupid tech thing that's in my head because.
Say Ozempic. It's easier.
But yeah, all right, fair enough. Thank you. That was super informative, and
I know some things.
I always learn. Yeah, of course
I'm
you do.
kind of smart.
I know you are. We're all smart in our own ways,
smart.
and I am dumb when it comes to that thing.
That's why you have me, baby.
Still gonna be.
I keep your limbs on your body.
Yeah, I'll use my medical tape as we go. So
no, we won't.
So with this, are we ready to pivot?
Yeah.
We pivot. Any last questions here before we do a hard pivot? Because this is the moment where you all gonna be like, "Oh my God, they're getting to that point in the night. See ya. I got some shit to do." But we got DLP, but switch to D for a G.
It's always about the D.
DLP. I got you. I got that. Oh God, you just said something funny.
I did.
I got that one.
It's always about the D.
Yes, it is for you, isn't it? DLP. Wait, that's I don't even remember what the acronym means. This is turning to Double Drop Down After Dark. It is.
See, this is why I'm popular.
The last Double Drop Down After Dark, Ryan and I were delirious and like semi-drunk at the point. I feel like that one went really off the rails.
I
really bad.
really like the 24-hour streams when they start getting all time drunk.
Oh, time drunk is terrible. Oh God.
And they're like, that's why the slaps came in, and then like they're slapping each other, and then they start getting slap drunk, and then they start talking about all kinds of crazy stuff.
The Mike you see though, he was the one that put us on the like, this feels wrong moment, and we number one, I appreciate.
Well, that's because you guys were talking about like stamping.
No, we were getting we slapped each other so much that we felt very
you guys-
abusive in that
You guys
moment.
got all into like the S&M stuff.
No,
like,
we
not-
didn't. You
not
all
all of us
did.
are about all that.
You got into
Like
that.
we're not all into the dungeon play, all right? We gotta keep it like
It was the slappiness.
no, like the slapping school,
Well,
like one
Ry-
or two, but not
Ry-
like 20.
Ryan was into like deeper stuff. He's
Like we don't want loss of consciousness.
Ryan wanted to put in like things that shocked
Ryan
us.
went dark, man. He like surprised me.
He went deep.
Ryan, if you're out there, dude.
Yeah, I actually had to push back.
Yeah, you had to push back.
Yeah. Long, awkward hugs
I
this
don't know.
year.
Yeah,
That
no
would be
kidding.
great.
Like
Well, okay, so
it's
maybe
been a hard year for Ryan.
yeah, for sure.
He wanted to beat you up. I don't know what the hell that was.
He really did. He's like, it's time for me to punch you. It's punch time.
And I had to lay down the law. I'm like, no.
You're like, I can't buy into this. You know, so we got this room, we got the other room now. Maybe there's going to be another room that comes into this at some
So
point.
Adam and I are shopping for a house.
Oh, yeah, well.
It is fucking dramatic.
Oh, you
I
just
said the F
you just used our one
because
time.
it is that.
You know, it is drama.
It is.
But we're not
traumatic.
going to the drama side. So.
It is effing traumatic.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
a lot of crap out there on the market right now. Holy cow.
You know what I feel?
Oh.
I feel like this does for us is that it might be a good pivot point to get into our project for the day.
Your
What do you
battery
think?
is dying on your phone.
I'll plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in.
I'll plug it in.
But yeah, so we might be making a studio part 3 if we ever find a house that isn't a gigantic piece of crap.
But there's S ton of housing stock. Good luck. Yeah.
There's a lot of housing here that's available. Let me put it that way, but it's all junk.
So one of the things I feel okay. So here's the thing. This is the first time that I've done this. Is that well, I haven't bought like a whole bunch of houses. Okay, but one of the things, and this would be housing advice, is if you're going to buy a house, you got to do the inspection, right? Inspection is important.
We learned that.
So I dropped what was $1,000 on an inspection so that we would say no.
Now, we found like a really like cool house. It was cool.
Should we show them the house?
No.
I think we should. Like we.
It was really cool. Let me
gonna-
just put it that way. It was very, very much Adam and I's style. Because if you know us, we were married on Halloween. We had a gigantic Halloween party for our reception, and we went down to New Orleans and got married. So we like the darker side of things. We're not like black magic or anything like that. Well, that would be cool.
Speak to yourself. Yeah, I'm totally
but-
black
No,
magic.
you're not. So, you know, we like Gothic aesthetic and like Victorian and all this other stuff. This house was a Victorian. It was Gothic aesthetic on the inside, looked completely normal on the outside. But it was an old, you know, Victorian. I think it was built in 1906 or something. It was
1903.
1903. It was a really cool house. And the inside of it was amazing.
Should we show them? We gotta show them the
Okay.
inside. Like this is great. Like okay, so we spent $1,000 on this, y'all.
$1,000.
And what we're gonna show you right now. Let's see if we can do this. We're gonna do this live on stream. This is the first time I got to do this. So we gotta. Let me see if I can live layout. So this is 1, 2. So this is display 2. All right. I'm gonna cross my fingers. Oh, look at that! It first try. So, what is so crazy about house inspections at this point is that you can go into they built this thing for this. This is what we purchased,
This is what Adam spent $1,000 on.
and so they this little thing that you maybe see in the lower left hand corner is the layout of the said house.
And mind you, they did this in like a couple of hours that they did the inspection, but they had this to us in a couple of hours after they completed the inspection.
And
It
we're
was really cool.
so we're not gonna like show every part of the house, but check out like
It was cool.
these cool stairwells.
I love the stairs in here.
We-
But you got to show the dining room.
Yeah, well, we're gonna show the dining room. Like, so they had like.
So that's the dining room. You
all
kind of
right,
got a sneak peek there.
Let's go into the dining room.
So look at this dining room. How cool is this? Look at this ceiling.
Oops,
Look at
we
the
don't want
ceiling.
that. Oh yeah, it's going to go up.
And then like all of these chandeliers were like the people resourced.
So this looks amazing. We were like ready to go on it. It just like we just realized it was going to be way too much, right? Way too much to.
We knew it was going to be. There was going to be some, but it ended up after we paid for this inspection, like it ended up being way more than
we were comfortable.
Than we were going to do, especially for the price that they were asking.
Yeah. So, anyways, we just thought this is. Yeah, we'll keep it as is. We would keep it as is, but we were talking about
we were totally going to keep it as it was. Now we're talking about like structural stuff that like the wood around the windows was completely rotted out. We were going to have to replace all of the windows. The electrical was the knob and tube electrical.
Yeah, we'll give you just a little example.
And in order to do that, we were going to have to rip out all the electrical. And replace it all because they won't even insure your house if you have that old electrical. The plumbing was only half upgraded. We were told it was completely upgraded, but it was only halfway done and the rest was still galvanized pipe. Like major things that were going to have to happen before we could even insure the house. That's the paint job on the outside. So that was going to have to happen. And then the roof.
Yeah. There was just enough for us to say like
I think it was like $125K
of work that we would have to do.
Basic work that we would have to do before we could even insure it.
Yeah. So
and they were asking what, $400?
Yeah, it was just
a lot.
It was enough that we just had to dip out of it. But you know what? I was excited to be able to show because we spent some money on it. That was the thing we were doing. So plumbing, electric, and we agreed, like we could do some of that ourselves. We figured.
Well,
like,
where were you, Darth Gorkon, when we needed you?
You could have been shown up and doing the thing. They had an old boiler in this house, like an original.
Yeah, the original boiler in this house. They left it in there because it was too much to take out in the basement. So that was pretty cool.
And we get you. Like there was an amount of work that I was planning on doing myself, but it got to the point where like exterior, what was it?
It got to the point that it was adding up a lot faster. And just the stuff that would have to be done before you could actually like we need a place that we can like live in and work on. That's okay. But there was just like the fire hazard of the electrical alone. You couldn't even live there.
Yeah. And so double drop down in this side of the house. We were planning on still keeping this house and like then expanding out and then working on that. So I don't know.
Have kids that are going to be entering college.
We had
and need a place to be.
We had some other things that we were considering with that. But I'm glad I got to show it because I was still happy that I spent it. It was crazy to see that within less than 10 hours of them doing that, we had a fully 3D tour of the house that we were able to get. So
yeah, they were very efficient.
It was pretty fun. And the thing that was crazy to me is that within like 10 hours, we had the pictures there. Mm-hmm. That within 24 hours, they had done the full on like schematics of the house and drawn them by themselves. And then they went through and they told every little element of like, hey, in this room, there's this. In this room, there's this. And like they were like, here was the heat gun of like the amount of heat that escapes from here or the moisture that's in this. And I was like, house inspection is crazy at this point and what you can be able to find and look at. So yeah, anyways,
they were able to pinpoint some moisture that was leaking in from the roofing on the outside to like right above this certain area. And it was amazing.
It was good. I hate the fact that, we had to step away from that, but that's why you get that thing. So with that, I think this is the great pivot is that we're at this point where we were like Halloween people. We're thinking some things. So I'm going to go back to a moment that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. And so we went to this place called Puzzle Maker or Puzzle Works. And so I was really impressed because literally this store had nothing but puzzles. Nothing but puzzles. And I saw my son was getting a haircut. I was with my other son, and we were just kind of walking around. And what we were trying to do is he was my son that I was with. He was trying to find a plane so that he could do some competition, so he can throw a plane off the top of some like really high balcony or some football stadium where he goes to high school and see how long his plane can go. And he designed a 3D printed one. And I was like, hey, let's go and check out some of those balsa planes somewhere. And we're like, this Puzzleworks place clearly is going to have some cool project stuff. They only have puzzles. So on that side, I was like really impressed. I was like, this guy loves freaking puzzles. He loves them. And I walk in there in typical Adam fashion. I go there and I find this cool thing called a Nook puzzle or a Nook book. If you've ever heard of these, you're going to see it in a little bit because we're probably going to use the rest of the show for this.
It's a book Nook.
Book Nook, Nook book, whatever you want to call them.
Book Nook.
It's a book Nook. But we're going to show you in a second. But I go to buy this thing and I go to the guy and my little stupid head starts going and I'm like, hey, what do you think about AI?
And then Adam made a friend, and they talked about his glasses, and they talked about
Did he talk about
AI.
my glasses?
I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm assuming yes.
You probably didn't.
Everybody talks about your glasses with you.
So
To
regardless,
the point that I walk away.
yeah, I'm sure. Hey, I just shut up about it. I'm like, hey, thanks. I just say thanks. So I talked to the guy, and I said, hey, do you use anything in terms of like your like AI? What's your thing? Like you what are you doing with this? And actually I didn't start with AI. I said, what is something that you have a passion about that you do in your organization? And the guy, this like flipped me out. Did I tell you this? He was hand creating every single puzzle curve in a puzzle that he was generating. So he was creating custom puzzles that he would then ship to an area. It would be like cut out and he would sell these. And there was a whole bunch of other puzzles that were just like licensed and whatever, normal stuff. But he showed me and he pulled out of this puzzle and he showed where he's like using Adobe Illustrator to create every curve, every part of the puzzle, and then numbering every piece of the puzzle. And he's like, it's really, really hard. A lot of like, it's pretty arduous to make this puzzle. And I was like, holy crap, man, that's a lot of work. And so with that, I said, hey, have you done anything with AI in this? And he's like, no, I kind of like asked AI, and he almost like talked about it like it was Google. Mm-hmm. So I'm there with my son, and I go and start yapping. I'm like, oh my God, you could do so much more with this. You could go this and this and this and this. And I talk him about puzzles, and I was like, how can you make a puzzle making device? Like, you could do that with AI. That's like a thing. And I looked at my watch, and I'm like, I have no time to talk to you about this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you an app, and I will email you that. Give me your card. And
3 hours later.
so he gives me the card, and I left. And a couple days later, I went ahead and I made him an application. And I wasn't trying to make him the application of what he needs
loves
to do.
Making apps.
Yeah, I do. But I wasn't going to make him the definitive app. So I'm going to show you in this show, and then we're going to pivot to the main topic here. But what I did was I was like, I wanted to expose to him what he could potentially do. And so what you have here is the app that I generated for him, because he was like, I'm making puzzles and I would like to do it in a grid in some capacity. So I was like, all right, here's my concept of what a puzzle maker could look like. And so what this allows you to do is you can create the width and the height of your puzzle. So if you're going to generate some sort of form for the puzzle, do that in inches. I even made it to millimeters and centimeters because I'm crazy like that. And then you can say how many rows of your puzzle might you want to make. So you can have a lot of puzzle pieces. You can kind of figure out how many puzzle pieces would you might want to make. And then I created like the idea, like you maybe want your puzzle pieces to be a little like less uniform and kind of come together. And anyways, I made a whole kind of app where you can go and click on a puzzle piece and say, oh, I want to just work on this one piece and change where these little like ends are, where they connect to each other, how big are the sizes, how big is the neck, all these other little components. You could build your own puzzle. You know how many pieces your puzzle is going to be, and then you could use this and then put your puzzle type over top of it. Cool. Did you know this? Did you know I made this?
No, but I'm not surprised.
I made a puzzle maker app. And then what can you do? Of course, you can export it as SVG.
Adam sees a problem and he's like, I'm going to got an app for that.
Let's make a puzzle for that. Let's make an app for that. So this was my idea on the puzzle app. And, I made some layers too. You can turn the numbers off. You could turn the cut lines off. I don't know why you want to do that. You can take the background off. But there you go. You got a puzzle maker. And so I sent it to the guy. And he was like, great job. But
you suck.
he was like, yeah, my puzzle pieces would be very much more specific and we'd want it to be a little different. They can't be in such like columns like that. Anyways, here I am spreading the love on puzzles and how to do that.
And not be appreciated for all the work you put in. I'm sorry.
No, I think he was appreciative. He was like, yeah, you can do that thing.
I think he didn't understand the fact that it was just an idea.
Yeah, I was trying.
Of what you could do.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you can take this.
You could take it
further. So, which brings us to today's point. We did it to 9:30, baby. You got to say, like, good job on you. Like, you keep doing these things that you put your hand up and you make.
Emotions are good.
But I'm so used to like fist bumps and like high fives and all the things.
My patience. I know you a little bit more in depth than that.
So here's what we did: is I got this thing, and what I purchased from this puzzle store, and let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. Is this thing called? It is the Eternal Bookstore. And so if you're still out there, we'd love to hear your perspective on this. So imagine you're a book person. You have your books, you have it on the shelf, and you want to slide in this cool little thing in between all of your other books that has some lighting and some cool little thing like you're looking into a scene, like a I wouldn't say it's a dollhouse, but kind of like that. And so this is what the Eternal Bookshelf is you go and think about like a puzzle. You put all your puzzle pieces together. You have to make this thing, right? And so one of the things that we have is, if I go to my cameras, is look on this back shelf. We have the Eternal Bookstore kit. And wait, I have this other camera. Look at this. I have two camera angles. I got to show both of them this time. So this is the kit. And the guy said it took 15 hours to make this kit.
I believe it.
Would you believe it takes 15 hours to make this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it takes 15 hours to do that. But one of the things that I was thinking is that the bookstore's cool, right?
I think it's going to take us longer than 15 hours.
What, you think it's longer than 15 hours? And why would you think it's longer?
Because we have plans to customize it.
All right, so that's the goal tonight. We're going to spend a little bit of time of figuring out what's in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box, Adam?
It's definitely not a head, but it will be interesting to see what's in this box together. And then what we want to do is take it and we want to then adapt it to our own version. So what I did find, and I'm going to show you everyone right now, and we'll turn off the audio on this one, is somebody built this kit. So I thought this would be a cool little moment for us just to look at what the kit has in it, and we can kind of look at it together. So you have these pieces that you take out of the kit and you glue it together. So you kind of see like you're assembling the kit. Now, some of the stuff we were like, ugh, I don't like that backdrop.
But there's a lot of it that I don't like that we have to customize.
But if you glue this together, it's kind of cool, right?
No, like the structure and like the basic, like all the different levels and stuff are cool. But I think it could be better.
I like this. Like these are the books they make. You have to fold these up, make these little books. You glue them together. That's cute, right?
Cute little tiny books.
I like the fact that those books actually have pages in them and we're just shoving them on the shelf, but we're not like actually able to see what's in those books. So we could make I want to make a Necronomicon. That would be sweet. Oh, those are newspapers? Oh, man.
Yeah, so there's different ideas we have to customize it so that it's like not only like more our style, but it has some things in it that we like in our lives. And stuff.
It looks so big here, but it's such a mini little thing,
tiny.
right?
We're gonna have to get like a magnifying glass.
So when we look at this video, the purpose of this was to say like, where are some areas that you see you'd want to make some changes?
The wallpaper.
So she doesn't like the wallpaper.
Like I like that wallpaper, but I don't like the other one.
which wallpaper? This red wallpaper right here? Like, I feel like that, like those little flowers. I'm sorry, but
The dog's changing.
the
too.
dog is gone.
We're gonna put a pit bull there.
We don't even have to put a dog. It could be like a ghost dog.
I think we should put the dog there and make it a pit bull, and then we should put a kitty.
Ooh, we got a kitty in there.
We could make a kitty.
We could do it. Definitely do that. We could use some other design skills to make this work.
I don't know. I don't necessarily like the red and gold or
On the backdrop right there.
beige. Like, yeah, I think we could get a different color.
Like, I feel like some of these little things that are in here, we could actually get some like maybe dollhouse things. Some of them are a little flatter, but maybe we could do. Like, I don't know how far we really want to go down the.
Oh, I think you could go
thing?
as deep as you want to go down that rabbit hole.
Whoa,
Like that right there. I don't like that.
What?
The spine.
The wait, let's go back. Let's talk about that. So you're saying you don't like?
I don't like the spine at all.
I think they're gonna turn it around right here, like this.
Yeah, that looks Egyptian to me and not Gothic.
It definitely does look Egyptian.
Yeah. So I think we could do better there too.
Is it MDF or cardboard? So I think it's laser cut like balsa. I think MDF maybe. What does MDF stand for? I'm not sure. But that's kind of cute. It has a little thing, and you can turn on the light.
Degrading falsehood.
Yeah, good job. It looks so cool, though. Look at that. Like, I love little worlds.
It's got a lot of potential.
So that's the question of today is, first of all, what's in the box? And then what would we want to change in this? See, I love how that looked. So he had built one of these. Oh, God, we're getting away from this. No more ads from engineered ACs from NASA that will cool down your house.
Cool down the room. It's the size of your phone.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
It's not good. So if we go back over to what we were looking at here, this is it, and I think we have some opportunity to really jump in and see, like, how can we adapt this and make it Gothic? Is that what we're looking, like a haunted version of a bookstore?
Not necessarily haunted.
I kind of want it haunted,
Not
but
necessarily
if you're not into haunted, what would you look
We'll
at?
see. I don't know. We'll have to play with the idea.
Well, we're gonna come up with some stuff like right now. So it has
I think
this
the
like
aesthetic we need to change from like red and boring to more of like blues and golds. And
this. So this is it right here. You look into this. Like, what would you change about this? So now you see a
all
dog
of it,
sitting by
because
some
that
books.
reminds me of like some old grumpy butt dude with a bunch of dust hanging around from like the 20s or 1900s, and like there should be dust like blowing off in spider webs. And
So what are we gonna do?
we're gonna
What do we change? So what? Like, what would be
to
the first
make
thing?
it a little bit more like modern goth.
So what I was thinking is there's this little cactus in there. There's this light. There's a bunch of books in here.
Like make the light like different.
The light different? What does that mean?
Make it pop more.
Oh God, you just used the terrible design word to make it pop. That's if you're a web designer and you're like, I want it to pop. You're like, oh my goodness, what
It's
the
a
hell are you
web
talking about?
designer.
What?
It's not a web designer.
Yeah, I know. This is different. So like this background, do you like this back?
No.
You don't like the
It
back.
needs to be different.
But I thought we liked that.
No. Not that one. We like the red one, but now I don't even like the red one.
I feel like what I would like to see is like a ghost. I want a ghost in this.
Well, yeah, we could put a ghost in it.
All right, are we ready to like open this box?
Go
Like,
open
are
the
we ready to say what's in the box?
What's in the box?
How do we want to do this?
Adam, what's in the box?
Oh my God, my Gazul had such the greatest idea.
Yes.
Yes, that will happen. We're gonna do this.
So
All right.
that's the kind of stuff like we need to make an Necronomicon that's displayed.
All right. Let's
Maybe we need to put Henrietta in the base, coming out of the basement.
coming out of the basement. Yeah, from
I
Evil
love
Dead.
Henrietta.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this on. Let me see if I can get we're testing camera stuff. Oh my God, look at this.
So part of this is like a test series of, since Adam completely deconstructed this entire room and labeled it. There's literally like labels everywhere.
Should I? All right. I'm gonna. If we're gonna do this, I have to actually do the walk to the back of this, right?
Please walk the 3 steps. Play the song.
Walk the 3 steps. Wait, here I gotta go layout. No, it's GoPro. Okay, here we go.
Back there with Frank.
Are we ready to do this? Wait. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Stupid.
I have made it back
Oh my
here.
God! How are you not winded?
Woo! That was a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, I need to.
Oh shit! You made the trip back already.
I
Are you
ran
okay?
back. It was a thing. Man, I don't think I have the camera. I don't have the camera things over in the back over there, so we can get. I don't know why it took off our little pop-ups. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm going
Please
to the
run
back.
Go run back. Hurry.
All right, here we are.
Oh God, are you exhausted?
that was a trek into the back here.
Sonic speed.
So this is gonna be hard because I may not be able to see as much of the chat. I saw Mike Azul in the chat. So what we got is this. This is the box.
Got a good view of Adam's butt right now.
Yeah, my little flat booty. I tried to get this little circle light out of there, and apparently I did a bad job of that because I cannot get that to go away. And that just like changed everything. All right, whatever. You're gonna have to deal with that, I guess. I guess you have to deal with that. Maybe if I turn it this way, you could see the back.
There you go.
So here's what we got as far as this. We do have this other camera. I'm just excited about this one, so I'll use this camera to show some things off because I haven't been able to use this camera in a minute. So here is our box. So let's see what it is. I cut out the bottom of it, and we'll jump into. Ooh, that's so pretty.
Adam has a thing for packaging, just so you know.
Yeah, I do have a big packaging.
He really just likes good packaging.
I like the experience of opening things. What can I say? It's a fun little thing. All right, so let's see. There is the Eternal Bookstore Guide, which doesn't seem like it's a lot. Oh wait, I don't want to dox the guy, but I put his little card in here for Puzzleworks. So if you're into some puzzles, go check out Puzzleworks. I will give him the credit for this. So this one is, who makes this thing? There's a couple other ones that are in here that you can purchase. Let's see, the secret. What is that? The Secret Rhythm? What the hell is that? It's like this is that one. They have the Magic Pharmacist. Ooh, that sounds kind of fun.
I should have named that like the Apothecary instead. It'd be better.
There's some other great ones. So I almost got the Nebula Common Room because it had kind of like a scary vibe to it. It just wasn't cool as the other one.
Necromancer's Common Room.
There were some cool ones in here, but he didn't have all of them. This was the closest one, and I actually really liked it. So it looks like there's an instruction manual, so you have some panels that we're going to have to navigate, all the different pages of it. This reminds me of just like Legos 2.0, you know? I'm all down for this.
I see lots of glue.
All right, so we got a glue bucket in this thing.
And some X-Acto knives in our future.
We got some, what is this? This is it looks like it's the
That's
mirror
light source.
and the lights. Okay, then we got,
The dust cover.
well, first of all, there's like a,
That's a dust cover too.
yeah, but what does this go to?
The TV or not the TV, but the fireplace or something.
Maybe. This goes in the front,
That's
I'm
the dust
pretty
cover.
sure. And this, like, it has some stuff on it, so it could be clear. We won't take that off until we're ready to go. So here we go. So is this the kind of stuff that you would want to have as a backdrop? Is like, that's pretty cool. I thought that's
I like
good.
the pattern. I don't like the colors.
Like, what colors do you think we should do?
Like blues and golds and stuff.
Blues and golds on this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's going to have to happen then is we're going to have to
Like black
somehow
garnet.
put that on here in this pattern and glue it on
I'm
top
gonna
of
go find
this.
it. I'm gonna go find it.
Okay, we're going to
Mhm.
find that. All right, here we go. Here's the front of our, wait, is this the front or the back of the book? Kind of feels
I think
like it's the
cover, like the one of the covers.
the back cover. You cannot change how long you live. You can only change its depths. Very, very interesting. All right, I think these are our book covers.
Mm-hmm.
This is MDF. Yeah, I think it's MDF. So they're like laser cut
Yeah.
out. I don't
What
want
does
to.
MDF stand for?
I don't know. Somebody needs to tell me
Like
MDF.
Azul.
I think it's like pressed wood. It's essentially wood that's made out of like glue and wood chips and such.
Moths and dust.
So they have a laser cutter that goes in here and makes this, but this definitely looks like
Moth
book
laser
covers.
laser cut dust.
check this out. What do you think about this one?
Medium density fiberboard.
Medium density fiberboard that gets laser cut. See, now, like, we can't replace this because it's so intricate, and I think this looks really good.
No, I think the wood is fine.
Now, this fireplace,
That's what that other plastic piece goes through.
we could put some cool stuff in there. Like, this fire could be like a...
Could put Henrietta in there.
Ooh, we could put a face in there, do something really cool
You
with
could put
that.
your ghost in there.
Yeah, maybe. In the fire side of the
demon.
house. That's a cool one. All right, let's see what's on this one. Okay, this is definitely an area that I want to make some changes to.
Yeah, we got to put better pictures in there.
The pictures for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
And make the frames like we can actually like take, because I have that chrome powder, we could take those frames and like chrome them so that they're actually gold.
Ooh, I like how like intricate we're gonna get with this. Like this one, what the hell is that?
I don't know, but we could do better.
Looks like there's a peacock in there.
I
Like
think
this
it is
one.
a peacock. I think that's some lonely lady watching TV.
Is she watching TV?
I don't know.
She's just chillaxing.
I'm just making up stories at this point.
Look at some of these other pictures
Like a
here.
sailboat. Like there's no sailboats around here.
We need to make
random
these better.
tree in forest, lone forest picture.
Did we freeze up?
I think we should like put pictures in there that are like miniature pictures of like our wedding.
Ooh.
And like our picture like of our chicken costume tutu St. Peter's.
Oh my God! You want to put in? Okay, that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
like
That's
shrink
that's
that
fun
down
one.
and put it in one of those.
Look at assisted pickup. What the hell does that mean?
It's a tool to help you pick up little teddy pieces.
I don't know why it keeps freezing over there.
I don't know either.
We're frozen. We're frozen. Let me go away from. Oh, we're back. We're back in. This dog. Out of all of the stuff, I'm like, this dog is terrible. Why would you put that in there? Does it not? Does it not look terrible?
We need a better.
3D print a little lantern. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
We need a pit bull.
Pit bull. That. All right. I don't know why everything's freezing, but it seems to catch up when we move some stuff. This one, wood. You can't really change that. It looks pretty good.
No, like I said, the wood is fine. It's just some of the
wood
wallpaper
elements?
stuff.
Like this one. Here's a great example. They have this like bookshelf with a bunch of books on it, or even this like this hourglass. Like that could be 3D printed. It could look actual 3D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what the heck is? Why would they put cactus in this?
I like the cactus.
You like it?
I do.
It just seems so
I think
out of
this pot-
place.
I think the pot needs to change a little bit.
Does
to
it
make
not
even
seem out of
funkier.
place?
No, that's the point. It's supposed to look out of place.
I don't know. Well, it's supposed
And
to.
honestly, that's the only kind of plant that I can grow, and I still kill those.
I don't know. It just seems awkward to me.
I like it just.
Okay,
'cause-
so there's 2 places that have this backdrop.
yeah, I can. I'll fix that.
That's in there. Let's look at the backdrop.
Like I said, I think we could find something similar but different color scheme. Actually, I know for a fact I can.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do this. It's weird. It's like it stops when.
I can even find like tissue paper that has a better pattern on it than that.
I don't know. It's a pretty cool pattern.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it's good. Here's all the paper. So this is a cool part. So they printed out these books. I actually really like this. Is that all of these books, like the covers of the books, the like insides of some of these books, like look, there's one on the Titanic in there. Talked about that earlier. But what's cool about it is you take these out and you have to expertly cut them out, which you know I will, and then you fold them back and forth, and then you actually like all of the books in this thing.
Adam will have them precisely folded.
They will. Look at these
and
covers.
cut out and glued in there in such a way that they are exactly lined up.
But we got to make a Necronomicon out of
That
this
is
one.
his job. Oh
So-
no, I could totally mold you a Necronomicon.
Yeah. Oh, we absolutely. I mean, you want to talk Necronomicon? I got one over here. Don't even try to pretend like I can't mold my own. You've seen that one, right?
I think I bought you that one.
No, you did not buy me this because I made it myself. I'm going to grab it.
Oh no, not on your Xbox. 'Cause I bought you an actual Necronomicon though.
You did.
I did. But yeah, we could use some.
I'm showing the Necronomicon only because we talked about it. I made a Necronomicon on my Xbox, the original Xbox 360, and then I glued it onto it. Very, very interesting.
Oh, there's a new Evil Dead coming out. Adam likes the campy one, the original, like, second version.
Technically, they're all like connected.
Like
Is my
super,
heard.
like Bruce Campbell, campy.
I stopped.
No, they're not all connected because, like, Evil Dead Rise and all them are on a whole other level.
No, apparently
Evil
there's.
Dead Burn. Ooh.
They said that there is a continuity between Evil Dead Rising and the
I'm
original.
sure there probably is in some weird storyline, but I'm talking about you like the campy
Yeah. What I like.
original horror because I mean it was the beginning of horror movies, and so the the monsters and like the blood and all that effects stuff was like primitive, and that was the just beginning. And it's come a long ways. Adam does not like the new stuff. It's too much for him.
I don't.
I love it.
I'm sure you love you like the makeup and things.
I like the makeup.
I like the pieces. So that is the kit. The thing is, there's plenty of videos on YouTube of people making this, so we're not going to go through the craziness of trying to like make this for everyone.
So what we're
But we
doing
wanted
on
to
the
show it
weekends
to
when
you.
we're bored.
What's that?
So that's what we're going to be doing on the weekends when we're bored.
Yeah, it will be our little a little
It's our
fun thing to do.
project. July 10th. Ooh, you know what we're going to be doing on July 10th, babe?
I never watched Evil Dead Rising.
I know, because you don't watch anything.
I never watched any of the newer
Just get
ones.
scared.
I watched the Exorcist Pope though.
But it was okay. Yeah, so.
So what
Seven
did
and
you
I'll be
think,
going and
y'all?
seeing that.
I mean, this is cool. This is a cool puzzle, right?
No, it's a good idea. You did good.
So the question is, like what I wanted to get out before we finished our stream today was try to find either like a backdrop or some sort of theme with this. What would be one thing that you could think is like the biggest thing we could affect on this?
The wallpaper.
Okay, so
And adding chrome.
the chrome, I think I actually got gold plated leafing.
Yeah, okay. So
I own it already.
I know, but here's the problem with gold leaf is it's very hard to work with because it is so thin and it tears so easy, and you have to like make sure it's a certain way and lay it out and then press it down. It's like a whole thing.
Oh,
Whereas chrome powder, I just got to use like some base coat from my nail polish and then put this powder on with an eyeshadow applicator and press down, and it's chrome. It's like takes no time at all. And it's like idiot proof.
That's good. And maybe we'll test a couple different models on this. And so
And it comes in a million colors.
I have had restorative experience on
But we're not restoring
carousels.
art here. I know you have, but we're
Using
not
gold
restoring art
plating.
here. We're making our own.
So what if you could take a photo of the book page and have AI help you create new books? I thought that was a great idea. And I think you're right. And so maybe let's use some AI today to create some wallpaper, just concept ideas. So let's talk this through. What kind of describe wallpaper to us in a way that we can start to implement it here? I'm curious of something. Let me try something really quick. Wait, hold on a second. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work...
All right. I'm here for it.
Oh!
Take your time and we'll see how it goes.
Are you here? Can you hear us?
I'm here and I can hear you loud and clear.
Go.
What's on your mind?
We need to create some wallpaper. It needs to be navy and gold in color scheme with a Damask Victorian Gothic feel.
That sounds like it's going to be both elegant and bold. Are you...
Huh? You kind of cut off there. Oh, we lost connection. Are we disconnected? No, we're still streaming. We're good. We just lost connection from you. All right, let's see if this gave us anything. You got what was that word you used? Damask?
Damask. That's that pattern.
Damask.
That's what that pattern is.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm impressed you know the pattern names here. Let's see here. Oh, it got it. It just didn't show it. For
didn't spell it
whatever
right either.
reason, it doesn't show the thing. So let's say make that pattern. Because
It didn't really spell it right
You got it close enough. We got it in the ballpark. I was really close. I was like, oh man, we could actually talk to the AI through the system, and it screwed us, and it did not do that. It says, I cannot see the contents of the audio message. Yes, you can. How do you spell Damask? Like, what's the right way of saying it?
Demask.
All right, we're in the moment of creating an image that we're going to try to do. So it's like a Victorian...
How does Ryan drink these? Why do you guys do this?
How does Ryan drink these?
Yes.
Drink what? These lime?
Chicos.
Look at... I'm already done with mine.
I know, but I'm trying to talk and...
Are you burping?
Yes, because it's giving me heartburn.
You got to chug it.
I know.
Oh, okay, here we go.
See?
Let's kick over to...
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, we can't be on that. We got to be on the screens. Is this it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're there.
Look, it's good. Doesn't that look better?
It looks like there's like bat wings on
Maybe
there.
it needs to be like black.
That is black.
No,
what are you
that's
talking
navy.
about?
It's navy and gold.
That's what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to go here. I want to... Okay, I guess not.
But they like put bat wings in it, like gargoyles or dragons.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even see those in there.
Yeah. See, it's even more badass.
Pretty
now.
legit. So what would you change about that?
None. I like it.
You're done. It's print. We got
Love
done. Over.
Let's do it.
I don't know. So then I'm going to have to layer that over there and expertly glue it on there and make sure all those little cuts are there. We're going to use this as the backdrop. First try. Let's say here, let's make this more spooky.
No, I don't need
And what? You don't like spooky? Okay, let's make this more gothic. No?
I like it the way it is.
Okay.
But try it again.
All right, let's just see what what would you want to put? Okay.
Save it though.
Oh, it saves.
Okay.
It'll give us another one. Let's make it more, I want to say like creepy and gothic. How about that? I don't know. I feel like I want to like go full bore on making this. And then the other thing is there's a lighting kit in this. And I was thinking we could use some other lighting to make the fire glow or do some other things. Like I could put some cool fiber optics in there. I think it'd be a good thing. I think we got this. Remember, I don't know if you remember the first
our
days.
12-foot skeleton in there?
No.
What?
It's going to be too
Can't
big.
be cool. See, that's too. No.
It's not enough. It's too
Make
bad.
it black and white.
What?
Make it black and white.
Black and white?
Black and white.
Like this version of it, or
Can you make it black and white?
like what do you mean black and white?
Can you make this pattern black and white?
Okay, we'll do it this way. What kind of, so we said the pictures would be maybe pictures of ourselves. What other kind of cool pictures? I think it would be neat. I almost want to do a picture that's holographic.
Make
What you see-
pictures like of things like your tattoo pictures, that you stuff that's important to you.
Ooh, so some pictures?
Mhm.
Yeah. You know which pictures I want. It's not going to be
Yes,
safe for
dear.
work. It won't be safe for work at all. to
Well,
put
not
those
if you
pic-
hang it like in the back where people can't see it.
Oh, they'll be able to see it. We'll be like, check out this thing. Zoom in. It'll look like full room size, and we're going to see it.
No.
Wait, does this mess with people? Like, could you get to this exact image if you put this URL in?
No.
I don't
Can
know.
you?
I don't know. I'm just curious. It feels like you probably could. So we could get doxed on our background image. This is really kind of cute,
Don't
this little
think we
pattern.
care.
No, I don't think we care either.
I think we
Go
should.
use it for your project.
Yeah, if you want to copy our wallpaper, go for it. Or you know what, even better, make your own. It's fun.
It's easy. It's fast. So, as this is... Oh, wait, here we go.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You like this original.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one, I
That
agree.
one's more original. You don't see it. I like the colors better because they'll go with the wood. I like it.
Okay. It's a print. The little, like, pineapple dragons. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm saving. Save it to the desktop. Wait, is there a better way to save this? There's a download button here. Put it on desktop. All right, what kind? You want to do like a book cover or something like that?
Not yet.
All right, let's say this. We are.
I gotta go to bed soon.
What?
I gotta go to bed soon.
Oh, we're almost done.
Okay.
We are making
'Cause I still gotta
a
drive home.
small. Yeah, Ryan used to have to drive home to the Springs.
I'm not Ryan.
I know you're not. We are making a small, I'll say diorama of a bookstore.
I don't think you spelled that right.
I got close. It says diarrhea, but it's all good. Let's
You spelled diarrhea either.
wait. Can I oh, wait, hold on. I got to go like down into the depths to get to this picture here. It makes it a button? Where's the picture? Okay, there. It must be in this. Oh, there we go. There's our picture. We are going to go to this picture so we can download it. And we were going to go and put it into... And need some ideas on making it a... What? Gothic? Somebody's shaking their head here. Why didn't you like this? You want to just do it custom without...
Because you didn't spell it right.
What? Gothic and spooky scene out of this kit is what I wanted to do. I just want to get like a vibe of it.
Let's get out of the way.
Well, let me grab this before I put it in there. Okay, what am I doing? Go ahead, type it in. Oh, more Victorian.
It's a certain type of...
Just didn't have capital V. You had it spelled
Gothic.
right. All right, we're sending it.
You have to be specific in your goth.
Ooh.
Ooh, see?
Says, because the bone's already there, the dark wood, bladders, bookshelf, hidden spaces, I lean to feeling the bookstore should not exist, and that's something that's so... Wait, what? I lean into the feeling that the bookstore should not exist, and that something is subtly wrong.
Raven feathers tucked into pages, black candles with melted wax.
Look at
Books
this.
changed to shelves. Occult symbols and Boston book covers.
Where are you seeing this? Is it in the first one? Because they're giving us 3 themes, so that's one. Bookstore between worlds. I like.
Cemetery, fog, twisted tree branches. No,
Okay.
I don't want an Edgar Allan Poe either. That's
No. Okay, so
I like the first one.
Forbidden Bookshop.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being between worlds. Like you're kind of like seeing it, but it's maybe older.
Well, you could do it between worlds, but the way that they're presenting it is not.
Okay, you want me to do theme 1? Well, we just say like this just like sparks our ideas, right? So theme 1 with a little vibe of between worlds. Let's see what it comes up with. Because I like the idea that there's like a tree branch in there. Forbidden and between worlds. Okay. Antique books, reading table. Guess we got all that. Chain shut. Oh, I like the chain shut one. That's a good idea. Strange symbols carved into things. Something feels off. I'm liking a lot of this. I kind of wanted to have like somebody...
Blackbound grimoires, books stacked sideways, small skulls.
Yes, this is great. There's a lot of 3D printed stuff too. You can put in there. All right, let's ask it to do like, okay, do a PNG rendering of this. See what we get there. See how fast I typed that without messing up? That was pretty good. I did a good job.
Good job.
Good job, right? All right, this is it. We're going to get this rendering of it, and then we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much for the medical discussions tonight. Like, nailed it. We got double hype train because you got you got the stealth mouse
Got
on the
number one
stream.
fan.
It's good stuff. It's good things.
Special guest.
Special
The
guest
stealth
on,
mouse.
on the workbench, nonetheless. It was
Stirring
good.
it on camera versus in the chat.
That's right. You were there. You were here for the evening.
I'm usually kind of helping with the hype train.
You were
in
helping
the
with. You
chat.
helped tonight
In the
with the
chat.
hype train. It was a good time.
I try to help you guys.
All right.
Sometimes I use my powers for evil, though.
Yeah, you do.
Just depends.
Very evil. But also,
Sometimes you have discussions about things that drive me crazy.
and then you. But you don't blow me up on the phone like you. Oh.
Sometimes I do.
All right. Here we go.
Bum, bum, bum.
What do we think of this?
I think we're on a good track. I don't think it's there yet, though.
All right. Wait. I want to open this one up.
But it definitely gives us more to go on.
All right. We're gonna be calling it a night soon. Things that I like
I don't
about
think
this.
I want to make it as obvious.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I like, and I don't know if this other has, is like it really goes out and sees this back end of this. We said no Poe, but they wanted to put Poe in there. But I definitely like this thing. I like the idea that there's like pictures on the wall that are not just books. Like you're almost like a lab. I like that vibe. That's a cool thing. Skull, that's basic stuff. That's great.
Like I said, the ideas are good. I think we can make it even better, though.
We're going to make it better.
Their own little twisted things.
All right. Well, Stealth Mouse, Heather, Baby,
Adam Pocious.
thank you for hanging out tonight. We kept the streak going. Thanks for everyone that joined in. Thanks for the double hype train tonight and the choo choo
That was
hentai.
really cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
I don't know about the hentai, though.
Why would there be random
That's
hentai?
that's a slippery slope.
Like I just don't
It's like you
understand.
get a double head. The more hype trains you get, the more slippery the slope goes
Yeah,
into the hentai world.
It just feels very.
The slope is like down.
You're like, yeah, you got this going. So thanks for hanging out tonight. We will see you probably in a couple weeks, unless I'm on vacation and Ryan's doing a rando kind of thing.
Where you
So
going on
we'll
vacation?
see. I don't know.
Do I get to go too?
Yeah, if you want to go, we can do this. All right. Until next time, we really appreciate you running a hentai train choo-choo. That's a great way to end the stream for the evening. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We will see you next we will see you next time on the double drop down. So, all right. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks. Bye.